going to tell you all a mind trick, and I want you to pay attention because this might be the most important video you ever watch in your life. What I want you to do from now on is try and remember your last thought before you go to sleep. You only live in the present. Everything you've ever experienced in your life is remembered. And you remember all of your experiences from reality the same way you remember your dreams. So when you begin to remember your last thought before you went to sleep, and you begin to remember every single unconscious thought you ever had, you get a lot more control over your subconscious mind and over your dreams. You get the ability to affect your dreams with your mind. You become a lucid dreamer like I am. I can't have a nightmare because if I start to dream of something which is less than perfect, in my dream, I just click my fingers and change it. I control my dreams. I control my mind absolutely.
I'm just smoking something
For 10 years, if you didn't avoid doing what you knew you needed to do, what would you be like?
And where down we go.
What could you do to improve yourself? Well, let's step one step backwards. The first question might be, why should you even bother improving yourself? And I think the answer to that is something like, so you don't suffer any more stupidly than you have to. And maybe so others don't have to either. It's something like that. You know, like there's a real injunction at the bottom of it. It's not some casual self-help doctrine. It's that if you don't organize yourself properly, you'll pay for it, and in a big way.
Now, children are exposed to education if their parents are wise and healthy, i.e. if their parents are wise men and wise women, children get educated. If they're not, they get indoctrinated. There's a big difference. Our education system teaches people what to think, not how to think. If you study the history of our education system, Ken Wilber goes into this quite deeply if you want a resource. Our education system is still the exact system that was developed by warlords and plantation owners to control slaves. It was developed specifically to keep the kids busy so they could get more works out of the slaves, more hours out of them, and to train the children not to be creative, not to think for themselves, and to follow orders. That is exactly what your education system is today. And
my name is Montague William III, and what I will tell you may well sound absurd, but the less who believe it, the better for me. For you see, I'm in banking and big industry. For many a year we have controlled your lives, while you all just struggle and suffer and strive. We created the things that you don't really need. Your sports cars, fashion, plasma TVs. I remember it clearly how all this began. Family secrets from father to son. Inherited knowledge that gives me the edge, while you peasant people lie sleeping at night in your bed. We control the money that controls your lives, whilst you worship false idols and wouldn't think twice about selling your souls for a place in the sun. These things that won't matter when your time is done. But as long as they're there to control the masses, I just sit back and consider my assets, safe in the knowledge that I have it all, while you common people are losing your jobs. You see, I just hold you in utter contempt.
You need to get rich, and you need to get rich quick.
Get rich. And this is unfortunate, but it's true.
Your slave is the first step to freedom. I have walked the whole way.
I remember walking to sixth form college. I was 16 or 17 with my 4 friends, and a Ferrari burnt past us. And I said to my boys, I was like, man, how'd that guy get that car? And they're like, don't know. I was like, doesn't that annoy you? I'm like, why would it annoy me? Because we're going to school. Our parents are on council estates. Like, we're trying to scrape 20 pounds a week to eat. This dude has 400 grand for a car. Doesn't that aggravate you? Doesn't that show you that there's something about the world you do not understand? That you're missing something? And they're all like, not really. I was never that guy. I was pissed off for weeks because I saw some dude in his Ferrari. So now when I push my Ferrari, I'm like, this is the full circle. This is the universe giving me what I've always been manifesting. So now when people say, Andrew, why do you have 17 supercars? These cars used to piss me off. So now I have to have them all. I don't even need to drive them. I have to have them. I'm trying to conquer the earth, my friend.
People tell me all the time, it's hard to get wealthy. It's hard to grind. It's hard to be focused. It's hard to stay motivated. It's hard to stay broke. It's hard to stay depressed. It's hard to stay governed by anxiety. It's hard not to believe in yourself. It's hard to be broke. It's hard to be poor. It's hard. It's all hard. So choose your heart.
We had it all to lose, we had it all to gain. I know it hurts when you hear my name. There's no sun without rain, no joy without pain. Whoever made souls made ours the same. Distance kills fake love and shows you what's real. I know the deal, I can play heart of steel. Distance seems to make it so much harder to heal. Give me one more night of your touch, just one more feel.
Maybe I'll love you one day. Maybe we'll someday grow. Till then, just sit your drunk ass.
$10 or 15 or 20 times our IQ? At 100? No. Well, then why do people every day achieve 10 or 20 or 50,000 times more than we? If they can't have an IQ 10 or 20 or 30 times more than ours. Because they dream bigger than we.
If you decide you want to be rich, all you gotta do is start. Why not? Who gonna stop you?
People say money is not happiness. Money is like water. It won't make you happy. But if you start living without it, that's all you get.
اللهم فاطر السماوات والأرض عالم الغيب والشهادة أنت رب كل شيء ومليكه أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
This hand represents you. This hand represents your friends and family. This is you saying, I want to go do something big with my life. You go, but your friends like, wait a minute, come back down here. What are you doing? You come back down. No, Mom, Dad, I'm so sick and tired of being broke. Son, come back down here. We're not special. We're just regular friends. You think you're going to be a millionaire one day? And you keep going. Eventually, when you try to go, the tension gets harder. It's so difficult to break away because if you do, it's going to snap. So this is you and I. We want to go distance ourselves from our friends and family because we have dreams. You go, boom. That hurt right now. But watch, many of you have not only one, you have not only two. One represents your wife or ex or friend or peer or cousin. Another one and another one. These are all people that are holding you back. Watch how hard this is. I want to go. You can't, right? It's a very strong power that they have on you when they hold you back. But if one by one, you show that you want to go out there and win big, eventually they're going to realize how serious you are.
In life, there are some shortcuts. So say psychology. What I did was look for the best psychologists in your town, email them politely with context and say, my name's Vin, look, I'd love to learn from you. I know you've been in this industry for the last 20 years and I've researched you and done my due diligence. You're one of the best. Do you mind if I politely ask, how much do you make a month? I'd like to understand the value of your time. She said she was about $9,000 a month. I'm like, wonderful. Could I pay you $9,000 for a day? And you share with me the most pragmatic lessons you've learned in psychology over the last 20 years for me. So she freaked out. She goes, do you want 2 days? Are you sure? And I was like, no, it's fine. 1 day is fine. I respect your time. 8 hours, please. We'll have a lunch break, but 8 hours. She spent a month and a half preparing for that 1 day. And in that day, she distilled for me liquid gold that took her 20 years to learn. And I've done this with speech pathologists. I've done this with psychologists. I've done this with everyone to do with this. And that's also how I built my workshop. You know, I spoke to all these wonderful people and I hope, what is liquid gold.
Tough times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. Weak men create tough times. He said to me, many will not understand, but you have to raise warriors.